Hello history friends! Today we are going to talk about what is known as the ultimate survival food of the 18th century, and that is called pemmican. Pemmican comes to us from the indigenous people of North America, and historically it was a food that was made from mixing dried meats with suet. And it is super shelf-stable. It can stay good for up to 20 years, if not more, if kept correctly. And it was pivotal to the indigenous people, especially during the winter time when they couldn't hunt and there wasn't any crops to farm and things. It would keep people alive. Also became super popular with voyagers and fur traders and sailors and things like that. So this is a high calorie, high protein, very shelf stable type of food that you can even still make today. So again, the two key ingredients are going to be our dried meats. I am using venison today, so I had some venison that I dried, and you want to get this dried out past the point of jerky. Like, you want it to be super dry, like where it's not really even fit to eat. Extremely dry, get all the moisture out that you possibly can, and you want to get it into this type of a texture, almost like a powder. Now, historically, they would have used a mortar and pestle, or they would have banged them on some rocks and used it to grind it up. I use my Ninja, and I recommend that to you too. It gets it to the perfect consistency and it's way easier. Suet, we talked about how to make in an earlier video. This is our kidney fat from a cow or a sheep that we rendered down. And you can add things to your pemmican though to make it more palatable. So I have here some dried cranberries, blueberries, and cherries that I also ran through the food processor, and then some walnuts that I ran through the food processor. I want to note that if you do add things to your pemmican outside of the meat and the suet, it makes it not as shelf stable because these items just aren't as shelf stable to begin with, okay? People add honey to it sometimes too to give it a better flavor, but these are your core ingredients. Okay, so I mixed up my meat, my suet, my berries, and my nuts. You can see what that looks like here. And then at this point, you're going to want to put it into some type of a pan or a mold for it to set up. So I actually have one of these brownie pans that I think works great for this. So I'm able to just fill up my little wells, and then that will harden for me into my little pemmican pieces. And you can see here one that I did earlier. This is what it looks like. And again, this is shelf stable for a long time, the ultimate survival food. You can make it today and see what was popular about it in the 18th century. So thanks, have a good day.